Oh, no. Well, they were different times.
Or something.
You never sexually harassed anyone.
Hey, boner.
Have you?
Question of the day. Is it possible that maybe some of us had a blind spot with rape culture? When you see everything that's going on in the entertainment industry, you see Weinstein, you see Spacey. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Maybe we need to revisit rape culture. I think it actually does exist. In one place, the entertainment industry. Yes. That is the only place that it exists. I had a friend recently, a more liberal friend from the entertainment industry, saying, are you willing to relent in the rape culture? I guess for talking about Hollywood, the bastion of moral relativism and cult-like open-mindedness to the point of being open-minded to evil and anti-science. I mean, they've been absolutely cutting out from their ranks and chastising any conservatives, Christians, any people with a moral compass. So this is the only way I think it could end up. That's why they have a rape problem.
It's entirely predictable, in fact.
It is. It's not just a rape culture in Hollywood. It's a but of course culture. Yeah. And I think this is a big reason they have such a blind spot, where they all believe rape culture.
Yeah.
They all believe these myths because it exists only in their community. Good example, divorce rates. I've written about this extensively. The 50% divorce rate is a myth. It's always been a myth. It's about 25%. Okay? You can go look up census data, and it has never been 50%, but so many people believe it because the entertainment industry parrots, and so does the media. Right. By contrast, there's one place, Hollywood marriages, 2 times as likely to end in divorce. And this is something that it's
almost like they don't even mean it.
They go into it. So it's just so crazy to me. We go back and you just go, like, Hollywood just, not only have they not aged well in their worldviews, they haven't aged well in their temporary, fleeting, like, I mean, from just 3 months ago. Let's take this. Colbert, remember, all of the entertainment industry, but Colbert mercilessly mocking Pence after his dinner rules, right? Well, here you go. This is what he said.
Pence never eats alone with a woman other than his wife. That can only mean one thing. Mike Pence is such an out-of-control Force 5 bonacane that he has to be monitored by Karen Pence at all times.
Or maybe it just means he's a decent person. Maybe it means he's smart.
Could it be?
Not only does he respect his wife, but also just the allegations of rape. Because now we have this scenario where there are celebrities who didn't commit any sexual assault and they're being accused of it. So this actually mitigates having principles. First off, that needs to be the starting point. I know that's kind of tough. Let's difficult. Let's act as though we all do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having principles first, and then also having sound logic, rationalization, and also a way to adhere to them that where you go, okay, hold on a second, this has to be consistent, because not only am I doing the right thing, but there's also less likely to be a false allegation. So I'm protecting myself on 2 fronts. And what do we say? He must secretly be a rapist, right?
Here's the thing we talk about a lot with liberalism versus conservatism. Conservatism consistently accounts, we see this in economics, when it comes to government, socialism versus a free market economy. Conservatism accounts for a poor human nature, where human nature exists, whereas liberalism constantly just tries to paint the universe as they wish it existed.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Utopia in their heads.
I know, few drinks, I can make some bad decisions, so I'm not going to put myself in that situation. Yeah. I also know that she could have, I don't know what her motives are.
Yeah.
She could want to do something untoward, so I'm just going to avoid the scenario.
Exactly, and God forbid he actually honor his wife, making sure she never has to worry about this issue, right?
Right.
Mike Pence doing that. And the feminists should be cheering that.
If we have to explain it to you, you'll never get it. Yeah, it's like, oh, hold on a second. If this is a guy who actually wants to respect women, well, he's secretly a pervert. This is a guy who actually believes in this. Well, secretly, if
he's wired like a male.
He's gay. It's like, well, hold on a second. Maybe the no, secretly you're just a tranny. What? How did we get there? This is the logic they use. They assume that everyone secretly wants to do the bad stuff they're doing because they're all doing it. So just since we reported on Weinstein, now Kevin Spacey accused by 15 men of sexual assault. Immediately came out as gay. We'll talk because that's the smoke screen. By the way,
it's a habit.
And by the way, just like Stephen Colbert, he was very open about. I love it whenever someone just says something that you know they like, the Second Amendment. Yeah. We just want to abolish it. That guy on MSNBC. They say what you know they want to say, but here's Kevin Spacey claiming that he's one of the good guys.
Is that one of your philosophies in life? Yeah. Just be one of the good guys.
Yeah. That's it. That's all there is to the clip.
Was he crying?
I'm one of the good guys.
Yeah.
It's like Ben Affleck saying, I am absolutely appalled at Harvey Weinstein, but you know that tape is out there.
Yeah.
Since that, George Takei busted for groping an underage model. Now, he of course denies it. I don't believe him. Real clip.
All your years involved with cock, you never hassled anybody or grabbed their cock.
You never grabbed anybody by the cock.
Yeah. Did you ever grab anyone by the cock against their will? Oh, no. Well, they were different times.
Or something.
You never sexually harassed anyone.
Hey, boner.
Have you?
That's the worst answer ever. By the way, you can search the
answer in
archives.
court.
Yeah.
You can search the archives and find many interviews to this effect. And I remember him also talking with Artie Lang. They were putting Artie Lang through like a rehab program because he called someone a fag on the show.
Yeah.
Oh.
So George Takei sat there knowing this the whole time, going, "You really," and did PSAs about hate speech. And of course, Hollywood gave him and Kevin Spacey. It was like the most well-known secret.
Yeah.
I've joked about it on this show about Kevin Spacey being a sprite. They gave him a pass. Why? Because gay.
Because gay.
That's the smokescreen. That's why Spacey's like, you know what? I want to
good
come out
PR.
as gay, throw them off the set so they don't know about the rape.
Because then it's okay to be with underage boys.
It doesn't work that way. By the way, this tweet didn't age well, George. Of course, recently, and he immediately removed this tweet, he accused Russian bots of setting him up.
This was the best.
His tweet initially seemed nonsensical until we realized that the new iOS update automatically corrects bots from boys.
Yeah.
So that makes
sense. That's a problem with the software.
And with George Takei, it also explains some issues. For example, there was this famous Star Trek scene beforehand that seemed out of place. Context. Now we get it.
Stand. No father. No escape for you. You either leave this war bloodied or with my blood on your swords.
He's a bloodthirsty little queer. And here's the thing, too. Takei, all throughout this scandal, or Kevin Spacey, same thing as you just saw with Colbert, regularly talked down to and about Christians.
The health of the economy is what politicians are supposed to protect, not this phony thing called religious freedom. Their freedom is just
phony.
That argument is just a veil over personal prejudice, and you cannot write personal prejudice into civil law, and you certainly cannot write your religious values into civil law.
Veil also was his nickname at the local Russian bathhouse. Just clings to you like a veil.
This phony thing called religious freedom. It's almost, it's not as real as hate speech.
Here's the thing, it's just, everyone's hypocritical. If you have any standards, you're a hypocrite. But Hollywood has made a living off of chastising and off of just decrying conservative Christians. And anytime the Christians show up in a film or a middle American conservative, they are either the completely out of touch, the serial killer, or they're the high school hot cheerleader who treats everyone poorly because they're not a part of the cool kids Christian club, which, by the way, doesn't tend to be how it works out.
No.
We also see it recently with Louis C.K. He just confessed to forcing women to watch him masturbate. Here's something, by the way. Whenever people always said that rape was a crime of power, I would say, well, no, it's a crime of sex. Like, there still is a sexual component. But forcing women to watch you masturbate, I'll give you that one. That seems as though it's a cry for power. And here you go. A comedy skit where a fictional, again, conservative Christian, middle American is against specifically is mocked on the topic of, you guessed it, masturbation.
You mean that God watches married people have sex?
God watches over everything.
So we're like porn for God. He watches us, and then he probably masturbates.
So when they say, oh, you secretly, if you're saying you're secretly homophobic, what they really mean is anytime they accuse you of perpetuating a rape culture, they're raping somebody in the green room.
Good Lord, I've never seen that clip.
Really?
He said that?
Well, no, it's not real. It's a sketch.
Okay, thank God.
But still, again, the
I
whole
was
thing
about to
is
say,
like,
holy crap.
you could have almost seen
the
warning signs. Case in point, this is recent. TLC just cut ties with a guy named Derek Dillard. I didn't know who he was after the Jazz Jennings comment. So I guess he was involved with a TLC show. What did he tweet? Jazz is the young little transgender kid.
I am Jazz.
I am Jazz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I pity Jazz for those who take advantage. This is on his Twitter. I pity Jazz for those. I always get, when I read it and it's the number 4,
yeah,
it messes me up.
Yeah.
Just, it's like there's 200,
no more,
you have more characters
now. There are.
Yeah.
There are. This limitation's gone.
I'm pretty sure you could have written 4.
I don't know. Let's count it up.
I pity Jazz For those, see, I still read for, it's the wrong emphasis. For those who take advantage of him in order to promote their agenda, including the parents who allow these kinds of decisions to be made by a child. So this is someone, a Christian conservative, who TLC decided to sever ties with. This is this person trying to express their view, even though it's contrarian in the entertainment industry, in as civil a way as they can. Opening a conversation, saying, hey, you know what, I really, this is what Owen Benjamin did. I don't think this is the right path to go down. What did TLC do? Well, here's their statement. We want to let our viewers know that Derek Dillard has not participated in Counting On for months, and the network has no plans to feature him in the future. We want to reiterate that Derek's personal statements do not reflect the views of the network. TLC is proud to share the story of Jazz Jennings and her family, and will continue to do so. Okay, so let's look at this. This is the moral relativism chickens they've come home to roost, okay? Here we have a scenario, a guy going, all right, listen, transgender children, by the way, I love how far they've reached so quickly. It was like, gay marriage, okay, good, we gotta get that done. Let's get transgenders in the bathroom. And everyone's like, oh, okay, and people are like, what just happened? Like, now let's go after children. Everyone's gonna be on board, right? And then most people who are even pro-transgender are like, hold on a second, 4-year-olds?
Next, transgender fetuses, wait, they're not people.
What do we do?
And to think we actually called this and they were like, no, you guys are alarmists. We just want gay marriage, that's it.
So this is an entertainment, this is exactly what goes back to sexual assault. It goes back, I mean, no, there isn't a 50% divorce rate. It's just you. No, there isn't a drug problem everywhere. It's just you. No, there isn't a rape culture everywhere. It's just you. It's because you feel the need to cut out and excommunicate, in this example, a man saying, hold on, hold on, hold on. Maybe this is not the healthiest environment for children. TLC thought that was so offensive, transphobic, and so filled with hate speech that they felt the need to issue a statement saying, we stand with the child tranny star whose parents are using him / her, I don't know, I haven't watched the show, to make a profit. Well, listen, it's just like, this is how you end up with your divorce rate, how you end up with your drug rate, with your rape rate. How do you think transgenders end up with a 40+% attempted suicide rate, whether they go through surgery or not? You are enabling them with your moral relativism because you want to be so open-minded, you have to completely cut out anybody who provides you with any accountability and or standards. It's going to end badly. Right now, we see from the 60s, 70s, the exploitation era of film, we now see a rape culture, we see a divorce epidemic, we see a drug problem in Hollywood. We've seen those chickens come home to roost. You're going to see the same thing a couple generations down the line because of the whole transgenderism movement. Right now, people are trying to say, hey, you should see the warning signs. Let's look at this pragmatically, okay? You do not have to be a Christian. You do not have to be a conservative. You don't have to be a middle American. People in the entertainment industry, okay? You know, if you're watching this, do you want to know how harmful it is for someone like Jazz Jennings? Okay, take the mental health issues of Corey Haim and Corey Feldman and Macaulay Culkin, and now add genital mutilation that's permanent. Hey, did you like this video? What, you didn't? Oh, you're a cat person? Well, that makes sense. Disregard him and or her /Z. Everyone else, hit the subscribe button and leave your comment below as to why you like this video. Hey, you know what, Crazy Cat? You can get back. You can comment below too as to why you don't like it.